Cat 325 CL with a Rockland grapple. Start with the grapple. It's in good condition. I'm missing some tips. Pretty tight. I'll run it, kind of show you the play, maybe a little bit of play. Nothing bad, nothing really to do at this point. Maybe a little seepage there. She's been sitting for a few months, but solid grapple. Looked all up and down the boom and stick. Don't see any cracks. There used to be an old plate here, a little pad for maybe a thumb or something, but it was peeled off, and that's a plate for an old thumb, or it looks factory maybe. That's probably the factory rock guard. But up and down the stick, really can't, and boom, don't see anything there. Alright, you can see the idlers push out a little bit. The tracks are all the way tight. So, and it's pushed out, you know, kind of near the end there. So, I think there's obvious work to be done here. It looks like they took the machine, put new sprockets on it, and chains, bushings. And they're in really good condition. They're hardly worn. They feel really good. I think end of your track works up here, but you know, it's nice. At least you know the rails and sprockets have been changed on them. Same with this side. Looks like there's had been some leaks, and I think that they're repaired. I can't find anything leaking. So I don't see anything active here, but obviously with a 11,000 hour machine, you're going to get some hoses, O-rings, whatever. This one's a little old. That stuff's gonna happen. Body on this side's really good. Pads are still good there. Nature of this work, you're gonna have some of this stuff. Windshield is spider crack there, but it's got a front guard, plexiglass. Machine used to have a Lincoln loop. I can't really tell what's hooked up to it. This is a 3126. Tier 3, no emissions. A little bit of blow by. That's expected. separator thing coming up here, but like I said, it's been sitting for a little while. Your auto decel, it doesn't power all the way up, I feel, when you're running an auto decel, so you have to turn that off. This doesn't really come up very well. You can see it, it's a little bit. I haven't even tried the radio, who cares? But the AC is cold. It's 90 degrees right now in Florida. The AC is working really well, blowing really well. No worries about the AC. Here's your actuation for the grapple. And we'll get some outside picks. But machine runs pretty well. This machine came off a job working. So even though it's been sitting, contract was over with, it's been sitting for 6-7 months, something like that. This machine wasn't on the chopping block, and now it is. That needs to be shimmed up there. Let's see and the up and down on this pin, see how bad the pin is. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of wear there. I think it could be shimmed, run out. It really doesn't seem that bad. So it's just the wear's the wear that it has, but no, it's not that bad. H-link, of course, has a little bit of play, but no one shims those up there, and they get loose in some play. It's good to shim that. That's where your play is. Shim this thing up and run it until you got it to do the pins. The Rotec feels pretty good on this. And we'll just get some outside operation. Well, if you see there's a bunch of water held in there from all the rain, so if you see stuff dripping everywhere, that's what it is. We'll get some picture of it working outside.